Greetings and welcome to an update-tastic episode of Veronica Explains. I'm Veronica, and this is my first video back after a few weeks away. Let's talk about it. About 6 weeks ago, my entire family got some nasty sinus/ear infection, which in due course forced my voice to get hoarse, of course, and no one can vlog when they're hoarse, of course. And then a couple of weeks later, we all got the exact same crud again. This time it wasn't as rough on my voice, but I was so incredibly tired. After each day of sysadmin and COBOL work, I could barely keep my eyes open. So after another week of that, we finally got the good antibiotics, and it perked all of us right up. In the last week or so, I've been filming again. But beyond that, I have some neat stuff that I've been busy with that I'd like to share. Like this basement space. This is my old desk from an older office room I used years ago. It's been sitting in my basement as part of my project storage for a couple of years, but I'm finally ready to make this space into something neat. I don't know if the desk looks YouTuber-y enough though. That's better. My current filming space is my shared office upstairs, and I don't know that this is better. My current filming space is my shared office upstairs, and you can imagine that it's intrusive to film. My camera gets in the way of my family when they use the space. The dog gets tangled in cabling, and it's generally uncomfortable to set up lights in such a tiny environment. Moving my recording rig into the basement and fine-tuning everything is going to be a bit of a feat. So my output might not be as robust as it has been, but that'll get better once the work is done. I'll be making this space a bit more comfortable this summer, so that way I'll have a chance at making it survivable this winter. And don't worry, I don't plan on saying goodbye to this space entirely. You'll still see me record here periodically. I just want a place to record these videos where I can leave the camera set up for more than a few hours at a time. And I promise this change in scenery isn't going to become a set. I'm an active developer and tinkerer, and any space I inhabit is going to reflect that. Anywho, it hasn't been all boring basement business over the last few weeks. I've been spending some time evaluating, organizing, and cataloging my vintage computer collection and planning some fun new projects while my voice was offline. Apple users aren't the only folks living the dongle life. I'd like to spend some time making shorter videos about vintage and retro computing topics, in addition to the Linux stuff I've been putting out there. I'd particularly like to focus on vintage software and cool retro programming languages, that sort of thing. I've been privileged enough to work with plenty of folks who were building software before we had the words to describe open source. And I'd like to be able to share a bit of what I've picked up over the years. And of course, I'd love to keep learning more about the systems of yesteryear, because there's always more for all of us to learn. Another thing I'm going to be starting is a new supporter-only live stream, once per month if the timing works out. I'll likely use this space to share music, musings, or mutilating electronics with supporters, who are critical to me finding time to make these videos. For whatever reason, the sponsors just aren't calling me the way they do for some other channels. But you know what? I think that's really fine. I'm proud to be financed by supporters on Patreon, YouTube memberships, and now Ko-fi. Coffee? Ko-fi? Ko-fi. My COBOL and sysadmin gig is the primary source of income for my family, and taking time away from that to make videos is incredibly expensive. So I appreciate all of my supporters for helping make Veronica Explains possible. And to all of you watching, commenting, and being awesome, thank you so much. You've all turned this little channel into something bigger than I ever imagined it could be, and I appreciate each and every one of you.